Today's video, 5 reasons why you should own a Hookeroon. Let's get going. When I was like 21, I dislocated my patella, always had problems with my left knee. A few years ago, I hyperextended it when I was moving some rounds. When I was going through the woods, trying to get over logs, trying to clean up a lot of these trees that fell, this came in handy literally as a walking stick. Towards the end of the day, you're starting to get a little bit tired, your feet drag, you got some bittersweet roots or anything, stumps, you can trip and fall pretty easily. The Hookeroon gave me a little bit more confidence. I don't need it now, but it's nice to know that you have. Number 2, and one of my all-time favorites, using the Hookeroon to skid out logs. So check it out. So this is a pine log. Just to give you an idea, it's not terribly heavy, but it's heavy enough. I'm gonna haul these 3 pieces up and over that log because I'm gonna be using that as a cutting landing. And I know I probably should cut up that oak that's behind me right there first to make a clearing, but that's next after this pine gets wiped out. So using this Hookeroon, I've got this sped up a little bit because I don't want to bore you guys. You can slow it down. I was taking my time. I was not exerting a ton of force. It was a fairly hot day, if I remember. Our whole summer this year has been hot. And again, just for the record, I'm 60 years old, not young, but I'm not old. Really amazing how much easier it is when you're not bending over a lot. And these are the ones I'm skidding down from the top. I've got a pretty good incline, so gravity's helping out. Again, this is sped up video, but you know, the proof is in the pudding. Just makes it easy. Number 3 is using the Hookeroon to haul rounds. So here you can see I'm taking these pine rounds. I'm going to be using these for my evaporator when I'm making maple syrup. Check out the link above if you are unfamiliar with that process. But it makes it really easy. I'm just using my arms, not having to bend over. I'm not getting any of that sticky sap all over my gloved hands, having to deal with stickiness and all that mess. It's not the intended purpose for the Hookeroon, but if you can use it for multi-uses, why not, right? Also use it when I'm setting up my splitter, splitting up these slabs for the evaporator. Here's something I discovered this year as I was cutting. It was making it really easy when I'm moving around some of these log lengths. Again, nothing too big, but it's better than bending over, putting down the saw, and having to restart and that kind of thing. Really makes it easy once you get used to it and you remember that you have it. And of course, for safety's sake, when I'm doing something like this, I always have the chain brake on. You'll see me click that chain brake off before I get to cutting. I'm all for limiting the amount of times I bend over and pull up, not looking to tweak my back. That has helped me a lot. A lot of it's arms and shoulders. If it doesn't work for you, that's cool, I understand. Of course, this may not be appropriate for some of the oak that I deal with, as you see right here in the picture, but every tool has its purpose, has its place, and you can't overdo it on some tools. But for the majority of the small stuff, Hookeroon's going to come in handy. That's number 3. Let's go to number 4. More in line with what the Hookeroon was probably designed for. I know originally I think it was designed for moving slabs when you're working a sawmill. This works great, pulling these rounds out of the wagon. These are pine rounds. They're probably about 18 to 20 inches long. They're very heavy and waterlogged. I don't have to worry about pinching my fingers when I'm trying to roll them out like I used to. And this was a year and a half or so ago. I'm a little bit better with the Hookeroon now, but these work like a charm. Again, I'm not bending over too much if I can manage it, not tweaking my back, and I'm using a lot of my whole body energy to pull these. Great tool. All right, number 5 use for the Hookeroon is if you're clearing out brush, stuff like this, so you don't want to cut your hands, obviously. You can use the Hookeroon to hold everything back. This really helps out also when you're cutting the taller brush. Sometimes they'll whip back at you if you don't cut through. The Hookeroon holds them back and you don't get a thorn in the face or in the back of the head. It's just a great way of not getting thorns and stickers in your hand. There's also another thing you can do, and we'll put that under number 5 as well. Check it out. So also handy when you're working with bigger branches and brush, you can use this to haul the stuff off. The Hookeroon actually works really well if you've got big brush piles. If you put the stems in one direction, you could latch onto a bunch of them with the Hookaroon, so you can drag a bunch of different branches in one shot. It makes things easy. So there you go, guys and gals. 5 great reasons to consider or to definitely buy a Hookaroon. I've got links in the description if you guys want to check those out. But here's a bonus tip. Wait, there's more. If you've got a Hookaroon like I do, my log right Hookaroon is 36 inches long. I put a piece of tape to show how long I want to cut my wood. And if it turns out I'm a little bit too short or too long, I can make adjustments. Also, it's a 36-inch tool. I can measure 6-foot lengths or 9-foot lengths if I want. Hey, if you're thinking about getting some new tools for the wood pile, make your life easy, save your back, check out the link over here. 2 tools you absolutely need if you're cutting and splitting, hauling your own wood. This is Rob from All Things Wood, Heat, Maple. I appreciate you guys sticking around. We'll see you guys on the next one.